What if I told you there is a book that's over 500 years old and that's filled with drawings of plants, astrological charts, and human-like figures? Okay, you probably wouldn't care too much. But what if I told you that it's written in a completely unrecognizable language and nobody was able to decipher it for centuries? That's the story of the Voynich Manuscript. Many historians and linguists have tried to decode this book, but none of them were successful so far, making it one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in the world. In today's video, we'll delve into the universe of deciphering unknown languages and explore the challenges faced by researchers. Comparative linguistics is the study of the relationships and correspondences between languages. It focuses on finding out if two or more languages derived from a shared ancestor. To do that, researchers look at phonological systems, morphological systems, and syntax. Phonology deals with the basic units of sound in a language. The focus are not single letters per se, but rather how things are pronounced. And since sounds cannot be written, we use letters to represent these sounds. It's widely accepted that English has 44 different sounds when we don't account for different accents. In the pair pin versus bin, the meaning of the word changes completely when P is replaced with B. Another example is the oo sound in moon and blue. It sounds the same even though they are not written the same. Phonology focuses on these basic units itself, but also the rules and patterns regarding their combination and pronunciation. Morphology is the study of the structure and formation of words. Now we're dealing with the next bigger unit. It deals with the way words are built from smaller units. For example, adding an S to the word cat suddenly indicates that there is more than one cat. Another example is the word toothbrush, which is a compound of the words tooth and brush. Syntax is concerned with the structure of sentences, how words are strung together to build a meaningful phrase. There is a difference in saying there is a big red tomato versus there is a red big tomato. The second one sounds wrong to our ears, even though a lot of people cannot explain why it sounds wrong. All these points are important for scientists because if they're able to understand the rules and patterns of a language, it makes it easier to compare with existing languages, and that makes it easier to decipher foreign ones. Unlocking the secrets of an unknown language becomes much easier when the foreign text is accompanied by a language we already understand. This is how scientists were able to finally decode the Egyptian hieroglyphs, which were a mystery for many centuries. In 1799, the Rosetta Stone was found by a French soldier during Napoleon's invasion of Egypt. Luckily, the soldier had a feeling that this piece of stone could be important, and he was right. The Rosetta Stone features inscriptions in Demotic, Ancient Greek, and hieroglyphs. Scholars at the time were familiar with Ancient Greek, which was a huge help for translation. But it was not as straightforward as it might appear. Researchers still needed more than 2 decades to decipher the hieroglyphs. But once deciphered, it opened the door to the rich history and culture of ancient Egypt. The Rosetta Stone is regarded as an important historical artifact and has been displayed in the British Museum since 1802. Frueqency analysis is often associated with corpus linguistics, a field that involves the collection and analysis of large bodies of text. Linguists utilize this method to study the frequency of various linguistic elements, such as words, single letters, sounds, or grammatical structures. For example, E is the most frequently occurring letter in the English language. Another way this analysis might come in handy is to separate words. In many languages, words are separated by spaces or other characters. By analyzing the frequency of different character combinations, linguists can identify potential word boundaries. This is helpful in deciphering scripts where word divisions are not explicitly marked. Frequency analysis is especially useful in combination with comparative methods. However, while frequency analysis provides valuable insights, it may not capture contextual nuances or semantic meanings. In recent years, linguists have started to incorporate AI in their research to help with pattern recognition. This includes identifying recurring sequences of characters or words, which is useful in deciphering scripts and languages with complex patterns. It's not only limited to words, but it's also used to recognize patterns in sentence structure and grammar. Just last year, researchers were able to use AI to translate Akkadian into English. Only a handful of people can read and understand this ancient language, and due to the sheer amount, many Akkadian texts have not been translated yet. Having an AI that is able to translate this language was a big success. There are many challenges researchers face when trying to decipher an unknown language. There might be missing pieces or simply not enough text at all. Lack of context and a complex writing system are also factors that make decoding harder. Another element is time itself. Language evolves over time, and while this usually follows a pattern, it might not be comprehensible after enough time has passed. Cultural and historical gaps pose significant challenges, as understanding the context in which a language was used is crucial for accurate interpretation. Many ancient texts also exhibit multilingualism, where different languages or scripts may be used within the same context, adding an additional layer of complexity. Even when researchers combine all the previously mentioned methods, there is no guarantee that they will crack the code. As for the Voynich Manuscript, linguists have not been able to identify any patterns or similarities with known languages, making comparative analysis challenging. Some researchers even entertain the idea that the book was created with the intention of obscuring the content, which further complicates things. Over the years, there have been people who claim to have decoded the Voynich Manuscript, but none of these claims have officially been accepted. The whole book has been uploaded to the internet, and if you want to give decoding a chance or just have a look, I've left a link in the video description for you. Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.